In World War I, 309 men from Britain and the Commonwealth never came home because they'd been shot at dawn. The majority were killed for desertion, cowardice and sleeping at post. Appearing at their court-martials and told they'd brought shame on their country, these men had no opportunity to defend themselves and were executed by a firing squad. Back in April, the National Memorial Arboretum launched a fundraising campaign to restore the memorial, which has stood for more than 20 years. With work taking place over the past few months, yesterday marked the official reopening with a service at the site attended by members of the public. Philippa Rawlinson is director of the National Memorial Arboretum.
Thank you to your viewers for their support for the fundraising campaign. And thanks to the generosity of so many people, over 900 individuals have donated. We've been able to not only replace all 309 of the posts that represent those young men that were shot in the First World War, but also look at drainage and landscaping and access and interpretation for the site. So we've been able to do a full-scale restoration of this really precious memorial.
The centrepiece of the memorial is the young soldier, blindfolded and facing his execution. It was designed and sculpted by Andy de Comin. He describes the restoration.
So the sculpture itself, I mean, you can see it's looking a lot brighter than the last time you saw it. So first of all, a really good clean, and then this coating is it's a mixture of lime and polymers. Also, there's a waterproof coating over the top of that. So first of all, it brightens it up, but then also it's going to keep it looking nice for a long time. Keep the rain out, and this will be like a periodic thing that you will do from time to time.
In September 1916, Private Harry Farr was ordered to the front. Already suffering from shell shock, he was overwhelmed and refused his orders. He was court-martialed, and in a trial lasting only 20 minutes, he was sentenced to death. On the day of his execution, he faced the firing squad without a blindfold. Janet Booth is Private Farr's granddaughter and was part of the public campaign to have those who were shot at dawn officially pardoned.
When I asked my gran, do you know where I could find Harry's grave? And she looked at my mother, and there was this sort of look between them, and then she said, well, he hasn't got a grave, because they didn't warrant, he deserved one, because he was shot as a coward and had let his country down. We can come here as a family and pay our respects to him and remember him, and also for all the other families, it's somewhere to come and remember their loved ones.
The restoration of this memorial is now complete and its future secured so that the sacrifice of these men will never be forgotten. Jack Carson, GB News, Staffordshire.